Hello, good morning, dear Homely members. This is Sam. Today I will record a video about how to stop loss and average down when we got locked. I'm sorry, because this course should be give to our members last Friday because some reasons so cannot give to you lah. So today I record this for you and later we'll send you the YouTube link. Okay, so about this one, first I'll show you how to do the stop loss to get up from the trap. Okay, so as we all know that no matter how skillful investors are, they can never guarantee that they will never be locked up, right? Even the bankers also will be locked. Of course, we can't think that we are not suitable for investment because we will be locked up. Okay? Especially for short-term investors, stop loss is very necessary. If not stop loss in time, so we may no longer have the opportunity to do short-term trading. Okay, so here we also got Mandarin lah. This one is translated from the Mandarin one lah. Okay, so here how to stop loss. Why we need to stop loss? Because the stop loss is that when you lose money and reach the stop loss position, you should clear the position in time to avoid greater losses. Okay, perhaps many investors, there are only profit and loss in their mind. Okay, but in fact this is wrong. It's also an investment behavior to stop loss in time when necessary. It's possible to keep the principal and ensure more investment opportunities so as to achieve profits. If there is no timely stop loss, there is not enough funds to invest in other stocks. Okay, so that's why we need to stop loss. Okay, to avoid be locked up. Okay, so here got admit mistakes in trading. Okay, stop loss. We need to admit mistakes in trading. Sometimes we won't sell or we won't do the stop loss because we don't admit we don't want admit the mistakes in trading. Alright, okay, so here got the alligator principle. Okay, suppose a crocodile bites your foot. If you try to get rid of your foot with your hand, the crocodile will bite both your foot and your hand. Alright, so the more you struggle, the more you get beaten. Okay, so if the crocodile bites your foot, the only way for you or your only chance is to sacrifice your faith. Okay, for example, in the stock market, alligator principle is when you find yourself deviating from the market direction, so you must immediately stop loss without any delay by any flock. Okay, so this is alligator principle. So the importance of stop loss. Why? Because you can say if the capital loss from 10,000 to this is 10K from Nike, so the loss rate is 10%. then the winning rate needed to recover from 90,000 to 100,000 is only 11.1%. If the capital loss from 100,000 to 7,500, the loss rate is 25. So then the winning rate need to recover is 33.3%. If the capital loss from 100,000 to 50,000, so the loss rate is 50%, right? So the winning rate need to recover from 50,000 to 100,000 is 100%. All right. So if the capital loss from 100,000 to 20,000, so the loss rate is 80%. So the winning rate need to recover from 20,000 to 100,000 is 400%. So that's why we need to do the stop loss when we lose money. Okay. So why stop loss, or why we need to stop loss? Okay. So the advantage of stop loss is that it's very efficient and can be achieved in one step. This advantage also determines that this method is more suitable for chasing up speculatively buying stocks with high prices and reducing the risk of full positions being deadlocked. Okay, so that's why we need to stop loss. There is no perfect method in the world. Even stop loss also has a certain risk. Okay, only if we can effectively keep the principle can we grasp more investment opportunities and then obtain greater income. Okay. But for as we all know from Warren Buffett, got two rules. The first one is preserve the principle. Okay. And the second one, when in doubt, say rule 1. Okay. So as we all know, Warren Buffett also tell us the importance of stop loss or preserve our capital. Okay. So here got 3 methods of stop loss. 3 methods. The first one is balance point stop loss. So what is a balance point? The balance point is to set up a first stop loss position here after building a position. That means after you buy a stock, you need to set up a first stop loss position. So the first stop loss position is suitable to be set at the price of about 5% of the building price. That means if you buy a stock at 1 ringgit, so your stop loss is 9.50. Okay. So after buying, so this is a first balance point, alright. But if after buying the stock price rise later, so the stop loss will be shifted to the building price. That means it's not 4%. When the price up, so you need to change your stop loss position as well, which is a profit balance point of the stock. So this point means profit balance point. Okay, profit balance point. Okay, so this point is your balanced stop loss position. We can establish a zero risk system here. Okay, so which can take part of all profits at any time. That is the balance point stop loss position. Alright. So after that means when we buy a stock and then the price up, we need to change. The first step is your stop loss is around 5%. Then after the price up, you need to change your stop loss to your buy point. And later here is a zero risk system. So no matter if later price drop down, you cut here, you have zero risk. Alright, so later if the price up, you also need to change your stop loss with the price up. Okay, if the stock price rise sharply, so then the balance stop should rise with the stock price here. And the final operation is to close the position. Alright. Okay. So closing position requires certain technology, and the stop position should be adjusted according as the stock price rise. Okay. So the first key of a trader's trading is to not lose money. So this is the very important. Not how to win, is not lose money, but not how to win. Okay. So the balance point stop is to help you achieve this goal. Alright. So later, this is the first one, balance point. Okay. So next one, we say how to use this one. We can use a very simple indicator to do this. For example, we can use the right and left circle, but this one is for short term to medium term. Okay, so this is not for medium to long term. As we know, if we buy here, so the first balance stop loss point is when the price drop down 5%, then you stop loss. But later, if the price up, you need to change your stop loss position. So here can be your very easy stop loss position. You just follow the red and white circle. When the circle turn from red to white, you just stop loss, and then you buy back, stop loss, like this. This is for short term to medium term. Okay. Alright. But later you can say all the graph counters, you can use this indicator to do the stop loss. Okay. But how if we treat for the medium term? If we treat for the medium term, we can use a homely rainbow. We can use a green line to do the colors. Green line means a lifeline. Alright. So after we buy, we just use the green line. When the price break down the green line, we just stop loss. Okay, so this is for medium to long term. But if you trade for very long term, you can use white line as your stop loss position. The white line is for the long-term trading. Okay, so different trading duration, you got different trade, different stop loss position. All right. So that means I show you red and white circle, you just use red and white circle, and I show you homely rainbow and you just use a homely rainbow. Alright, that need to say your own trading period. Okay, so this is the first one. Balance point stop loss. Okay, later the second one is strong support stop loss. So what is strong support stop loss? Because most of the time when we buy or when we enter the market, we will say that the stock price is supported by the strong support level. So the support level is a stop loss position. If the stock price drop down or falls below the strong support level, we need to stop loss in time to avoid more losses. Understand? That means sometimes when we want to buy, we will find some stock got strong support, right? But once the support level or the support was broken, we need to stop loss also. Okay, so this is a strong support stop loss. And like this. For example, here we can see we use a tips distribution. We can see here got strong support, right? And here we buy, the price up indeed. But later we can say the price drop down, so we need to stop loss. Alright, if we do not do the stop loss, you can say price later drop. Okay, so this is a strong support. Also, this one is the same. We can see here the first one price drop down, and here we can see support. But later you can see the price break down, so we need to do the stop loss. Okay, so this is the strong support stop loss. Alright, okay, this one also the same. We can say the first step, price drop down, and here got strong support, right? And the price up. But later you can say the price drop down, here also got support, price up. But later you can say the price break down, we need to stop loss. And you can say the price rebound to the support level, but here this time this is not support level, this is resistance level. Alright, so you can say the price drop again. So this is the strong support stop loss. Okay, so the third one is a time stop loss. This method is using to, after you buy the stock price cannot reach the target within a certain period of time determined by the investor. When the time limit is over, so we should sell our shares regardless of profit or loss. For example, if we trade for short term, we trade for 5 days. After 5 days, the price no move, right? No move. We also need to sell because the time is up. Okay, no matter you lost or you got profit, you need to sell. So this is time stop loss. For example, if a short-term investor is expected to have a trading cycle of 5 days and stock price stay at the purchase price for more than 5 days after buying, so we should leave the market afterwards, or we should sell because the time's up. Okay, or this is for the short-term trading. But from the space, the price may not reach the stop loss position. Alright, from the space, the price may not reach the stop loss position, but the holding time has crossed the time limit. In order not to expand the time loss, you may as well leave the market first. The number of days of the time cycle is also set in strict accordance with the requirements of the trading system. Usually we use 20 to 30 days for our time stop loss. Okay, this one also need to say different investors got different trading system lah. Okay, for example, like this. After we buy, the price no move, we need to sell. After we buy, the price no move, we need to sell. Okay, because the time's up. Understand? Okay. But we need to attention that although stop loss is more practical and simple, but it's not all the way useful. When the following situations occur, it's not suitable for us to use stop loss method. Okay, what's this? So when we say the price is either historical low price zone, we cannot stop loss. For example, if the price drop down to the historical low price zone like this, you can say every time the price drop down to this level, the price later will up. So if we say the price is at this level, no need to stop loss lah. Okay, so this is the first one, historical low price zone. Okay, we can say this one, VS also the same. We can say the price first time drop down to this level, price up, and then price up, price. We can say nearly every time when the price drop down to this historical low price zone, so later the price will up. Okay, so this is historical low price zone. Understand? Okay. For the second one is price on the way up. What does this mean? If a stock falls in the process of rising, it's likely to be the adjustment or correction stage in the rising process. If you stop loss at this time, you may miss the opportunity and sell the stock at a relatively low price, and we will miss the main rising wave of the stock. Okay, rising, we can say sometimes if we do the short term, you can say after we stop loss, the price up again. After we stop loss, the price up again. So during this time, we can say after we buy, we can combine the two indicators together. We can do the two indicators together. Alright, if we buy here, later we can use if we trade for short term, you just use the red and white circle, but you can combine the two indicators together, well, which means if you buy, you can use the green line as your stop loss position. Okay, okay. Okay Okay, we can also see this one. So as just now I mentioned, different investors need to use different stop loss position. Alright. So the third one is the price dropping from the high position but small volume. What this mean? So this means if in the process of stock price rising, is often accompanied by shaking out with low volume. It's unlikely that the bankers take profit and the stock price will probably rise again. Okay, for example, like this, if the price drop here, you can see with low volume, so that means only the bankers shake out the retailers out. Okay, so later the price will up again. So how to judge this one? You can use the MCD. If the price drop down and with low volume, here you can say MCD, the red column still above 50. Okay, 50%, and here only a little green column or nearly no green column. That means the bankers shake out. Okay, so this is the third one. Okay, so for the stop loss is all like I said above. Okay, so next one is how to do the average down to get out from the lockup. Okay, so the stock will not fall or rise forever. Okay, there will be a rebound in the downtrend and correction in the uptrend. Therefore, if we are locked but it has dropped a lot and there is a bottom range, investors can average down at a very low price so as to reduce the cost of holding shares. Okay, choose an opportunity to sell all. This is a method of covering positions. Of course, not all stocks are suitable to use this method. If it's not used properly, may increase the risk and cause more losses. Okay, so here we need to know 5 no average down condition. So here I will share you 5 conditions that we can note to do the average down. So the first one, when the index downtrend. If the market is in a downtrend, the most stocks will be in downtrend. Alright, so the best time for covering position is at the end of the bear market. When the market is at a relatively low level, at this time, the market generally has a potential to rise, and the space to continue to fall is relatively small. Okay, so this is the first one, when the index in downtrend or the bear market. Okay, so second one, the index rebound in downtrend. Rebound in downtrend. When the market is downtrend, if there is a rebound, it's likely to be the last struggle of bulls, and the market will drop again. So therefore, in this case, we should not choose to average down, but should continue to wait and see until the end of the bear market comes. Alright? Okay, so this is when the index rebound in downtrend. Understand? Okay. So the third one is the early period of bear market. Because the decline range of bear market is unpredictable, so with the increase of the decline range, it's likely that the more you buy, the deeper locked you will be. Okay. So this is when the early period of bear market. So the fourth one is the top chart pattern. Okay, if average too early may lead to cover funds blocking gain and investors may lose more. So when we see the top chart pattern like head and shoulder, like M, like how to say, some chart pattern in top area, we cannot do the average down. Okay. So the last one is the huge bad news. For this kind of stocks, the uncertainty in the future is very large. Black average down is likely to lead to losses. So some stocks may even face the risk of delisting. Okay, so when we find a stock is in bad news, or better to not to do the average down action. Okay. And here also got 6 principles of low position. That means what? Means when the price is in low position, here got 6 principles to do and not to do. Okay. So the first one, when the market stable, we can do the average down action. But if the market is not stable, we cannot. And for the second one is the stock nature. We need to operate the familiar. If you're familiar with your shares, you can try to do the average down. If you are not familiar with this counter, better do not. Okay. And the third one is the performance. For the company's performance is good, you can. But if the performance is no good, you better do not to average down. Okay. And the fourth one is a trend. When the price is in uptrend, okay, uptrend and the correction, you can average down. But if the trend is downtrend and only rebound by another no. Okay, so the 5 is the reason. As I said, correction can, rebound no. Okay, for the last one, if the position the counter you hold is small, you can do. Okay, but if the position is not very heavy, small, or your position is heavy, you better do not to average down. Okay, so this is 6 principles of low position. All right, and here also have 3 key points of low position. So the first one is operate the familiar. Operate the familiar. Okay, so when we do the average down, we should not touch strange stocks. Okay, especially the big bull stocks on the rising list. Sometimes we would like to say the top 10 or the top 20, but this time we better do not touch the strange stocks or the stocks you are not familiar. At the same time, choose the familiar option stocks. According to the plan, especially the locked one, or some stocks is in your watching list. Okay, you can try to average down to, or you can try to operate this you are familiar with. Okay, so this is how to the first key point of low position is operate the formula. Okay. So the second one is choose downtrend, give up uptrend. According to the market, set up a buy point in advance and increase the position in the downtrend after the arrival point. Okay. What this mean? That means that you need to set up an buy point in advance, and then when the price later drop down to this arrival point, you can increase the position or set the waiting price according to the price of stocks, and then increase the position in the correction after the price arrived. Okay, if the price later arrive to this level, you just increase your position. Okay, so this is the second one. The third one is choose small and give up heavy position. Here got two methods. The first one is average down among different stocks. Generally, control the upper limit of a single stock among several stocks. Okay, so the second one is a sub-average down. Within the same stock, usually the specific quantity of each one is determined by the batch method. That means you cannot buy or average down with one stock or at one time. You can use several times to average down your stock. Okay, so this is the third one. And also here got three methods of low position. Three methods. The first one is a bottom stable. Okay, when the price reach the bottom area and the price is stable, you can try to average down or increase your position here. So when the price reach the bottom, the downtrend momentum is very small, and all that should be cut has been cut. Okay, at this time the market is relatively low and the transaction is small. Therefore, when the stock price reaches the bottom, the trading volume is very small. If the stock price no longer hits a new low, especially when the weekly begins higher low or the index divergence seriously, it's time for us to average down. What does this mean? That means you can say when the price reach at a very low price here, you can say, and then the volume is very small, we can try to increase our position here. Alright, or sometimes we can say here, you can say the price will not hit the new low, and here you can say the volume is very small. Okay, always no volume. So later you can say here is a bottom area. Okay, so once later the price up, you can say the price will up. Okay, so you can choose. This is the first one, when the price at the bottom area. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, second one is the effective support. If investors need to pay, the second one is effective support. So if investors need to pay close attention to the support of individual stocks, especially when locked. A bluntly increasing position always wrong, so the commonly used support include price support, moving average, trend line, and so on. So when the stock price runs to the support level, if the support is confirmed to be effective, so here we can increase the position. For example, we can say if the price here, we can say the price up and then drop down to the same price level. You can see here the level is also the same, and this means support is effective. So here we can increase. So later you can see the price up. Okay, so this is the effective support. Effective support. Okay. For example, this one also the same. We can say here the support here, the first one, the second one, the third one here got the support, so you can increase your position here. Alright, so this is the effective support. Okay, the last one is a bottom deviation. Okay, so if the stock price drops a lot and is seriously oversold, the bottom deviation may occur. So if the trading volume also small, so which proves that the stock price is not far away from the bottom. Okay, so we can increase. Here we need to pay attention to that. We should increase the position at one time because the stock price may also have bottom deviation again. Okay, so we need to we should not here we should not increase the position at the one time because the stock may also have bottom deviation again. Okay, so from the software we can see here we use a trend, we use a deviation expert. So we can say if the price here got a very huge deviation here and oversold, we can increase, but not one time lah, because later maybe the price will drop down again and double deviation. Okay, understand? So this is bottom deviation. Bottom deviation. Okay, for example, this one you can say the price here drop down. Okay, but you can see the DE, the higher low. Okay, so this is bottom deviation average down method. Okay, so here are the two. I think here are the two methods for us to get out from the trap. The first one is a stop loss method, and the second one is average down method. Okay, so if you got any question, you can ask the customer service for help. Okay, okay, so that's all I want to share to you today. Thanks to listen. See you again.